Hey guys, what's up? Alfredo here. Today I want to talk to you guys about my personal book review for Tools of Titans by Tim Ferris. This is the first book that I've read here in the year 2017. It's already April, but it's the first one that I got done a few weeks back, and I did a written review for it, but this is going to be the video review. So the way this is going to go is A, I'm going to tell you what I liked about it, B, I'm going to tell you what I didn't like about it, and then I'm going to share with you the top three lessons that I personally got out of the book. And I think there were a lot more tidbits of wisdom than just three things, but for everybody it'll be a little bit different. So I'll just point out what stood out for me. Anyways, let's start with number one, what I liked about it. So A, it was a really easy read. All the chapters were fairly short. I didn't have to force myself to finish reading any of them just for the sake of getting through the chapter or getting through the book. So I liked that a lot. I liked that it was both entertaining, reading about certain guest stories. It was insightful, a lot of wisdom in there. It was motivating. It's definitely motivated me to try to build a few key habits that I'll discuss a little bit later. So yeah, that's what I loved about the book, so I definitely recommend it. Now, it wasn't a perfect book either, at least not for me, so I do have just some minor critiques going to part two, what I didn't like about the book. So one of the things that I didn't necessarily enjoy was that at certain times scattered throughout the book, it felt like I was reading little infomercials with a lot of product placement plugins. Which again, it didn't completely ruin the book, but it did feel a little bit salesy at times when certain products were just highlighted and then given the website and everything else if you wanted more information on it. Other than that, I guess another thing that I would critique would be that there was a little bit of inconsistency. Some of the chapters were super short with just the guest answering one or two questions, giving a little bit of advice or telling a little bit of about themselves. Other chapters were a lot longer and more detailed, where you would really learn a lot about the guest's backstory, and then they would share with you a lot of fun, entertaining things, along with some key insights that they wanted to share in the podcast. So if it just a little bit more consistency would have been nice throughout the book, but again, that's just kind of like nitpicking a little bit. Now move on to the top three things that I got out of it. Number one was writing stuff down. So one of the things that I really got out of it was how beneficial writing can be, especially doing it on a daily basis. So for me, it's motivating me to start a blog and to be consistent with it. Writing is also a way to kind of flex and exercise your creative muscle. It's also a way to just kind of dump all your thoughts onto pen and paper, or in my case, onto my laptop, and that'll give you a little bit more of a stress-free life, and it'll also help guide you in what you want to do. Now, this isn't just to say writing's only for somebody who wants to be an author, or writing goals down has a general sense of what everybody already knows, but just writing your thoughts, writing ideas down is really beneficial. So that's number one. Number two is don't worry too much. If you're putting in the work, if you're focused on where you want to go, just kind of know that you will get there eventually, despite all the setbacks that a lot of the authors had, or a lot of the guests had throughout the book. None of them really had one linear path to success. But when they were asked if they can give their younger selves a piece of advice, a lot of them said that they would just tell their younger version to relax, that everything would turn out to be okay. So as long as you put the work in, as long as you're focused, try to enjoy little things in life a little bit more, and be more mindless, or mindful, I should say, because everything will go your way in the end. And number three is take every little opportunity that you get, no matter how insignificant it might look, or how inconvenient. Now, this is something I think you have to go with based on what your gut is telling you. Some things you might have to say no to. A lot of it was also saying no if it's something that's not going to benefit you or waste your time. But if it's something you think might even remotely be beneficial, a lot of the guests spoke about how one little opportunity that they could have easily brushed off ended up leading them to another and another, and eventually they got to where they are because of that. Had they said no initially, they might not even be half as successful as they are now. So definitely, I think that also applies to people when meeting somebody new or keeping in touch. You just never know where that person or what that opportunity, that event might lead to down the road. So those are 3 things that I really got out of it. So if I'm giving this book a review or out of 5 stars, I would say it's a solid 4 stars. In the description below, you'll find more details on what I base my star rating system. It's pretty simple, but 4 stars, I definitely recommend it. I'm probably going to read it again a few years down the road when I'm in a different stage in life, just to kind of brush up again on some of the nuggets of wisdom, and I think I'll get more out of it as well, because I think there's something in there for everybody. So that's it. Thanks for watching my review, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a like. Feel free to subscribe. I'll be trying to pour out a lot more content on here. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave one on the comments below. And also easy with the bashing because this is my first video review. But in any case, that's all. Thanks for watching.